Hey, good afternoon, everyone. It's Matt Donahue with Mission Financial Planners, and this is your weekly market update for the week ending July 15th. Sorry, this is a day late. It's been a crazy couple of days at home here. Cars have stopped working, refrigerators have stopped working, cell phones have stopped working, kids have pneumonia, we have ballet. Recitals this weekend. It was a fantastic couple of weeks at home, but it's also been a crazy couple of weeks at home. So let's jump into it. The Dow was up a lot last week, up 2%, topped the gains for the S&P and for NASDAQ, record territory. So Dow's result left it 3 points below the record it set 2 months earlier, where it closed above 40,000 points for the first time. Big driver of that was the inflation reports. Better than expected reports came out last week. That also helped small cap surge quite a bit. U.S. large cap value, right, has also underperformed this year, but growth continues to um, outperform year to date. However, for the week, value posted almost a 3% return while growth slipped about 0.5%. Yields fell. Yields of government bonds dropped as investors look at that inflation report from last week. The yield of the 10-year Treasury fell to 4.18% at Friday's close. That's the lowest level in nearly 4 months. But in spite of the good news, consumer sentiment is still super low. People are very skeptical. It's at the lowest level it's been at in almost 8 months, and Friday's preliminary recording or reading, I should say, fell short of most expectations. So the economists all thought people were maybe feeling a little better about things than what they are. Retail sales coming out today, Tuesday. So we'll see. There was a slump that extended into June. In May, of course, sales were only up 1/10 of a percent. So we'll see. We'll see what comes out later today. So reports, nothing came out yesterday. Today, though, we've got retail sales, business inventories, and the housing market index. Tomorrow's housing starts and industrial production and capacity utilization. Thursday is the leading economic index for the U.S. and weekly unemployment. Nothing scheduled for Friday. Philosophy quote of the week: doing the right thing is enough. When you've done well and another has benefited by it, why look like a fool? Do you do you actually look for a third thing on top, like credit for the good deed or a favor in return? That comes from Marcus Aurelius. I think we can all figure out what he's trying to say there, which is pretty straightforward, right? It's do the good deed, move on, right? Don't do it because you want a pat on the back or you want the recognition for it. Today's tax tip really comes down to keeping your records safe and how to get federal tax return information from the IRS. So in terms of keeping your records safe, this is something that a lot of people hear a lot about. You always hear about data breaches. Like last week, there was the big AT&T data breach. But a couple things you can do. One is back up your records and do it electronically, not just in a file cabinet somewhere. Document your valuables, write them down, write down serial numbers, right? Keep receipts of those valuables if you have them. Make sure you've got an emergency plan of some kind. Most people don't. Just what is your emergency plan? If something really bad happened, what are you going to do? Do you have a security plan checklist? You can get, and actually a great place to start is IRS publication 4557, which is the safeguarding taxpayer data. And then get copies of any old tax returns, especially lost or destroyed ones. You can get them mailed to you by the IRS, and if the copy is not available, they can provide a transcript. To get those copies, first of all, transcripts are free and you can get them for the current year and the past 3 years. Transcripts show most line items from the tax return and any accompanying forms and schedules you filed. The transcripts also include marital status, or excuse me, tax account transcripts. So this is more detailed information. Those include marital status, type of return filed, adjusted gross income, taxable income, and any changes you or the IRS made to your return post filing. You can get your free transcript by phone, mail, or fax within 5 to 10 days from the date the IRS received the request. Check out our blog if you want the numbers, the name of the mobile phone app for the IRS, and more information on the forms you can use. If you're in a federal disaster area, you can always call the IRS disaster hotline. That number's on our website as well. Health tip of the week. We're still on that eye health monthly theme, if you will. This article is all about best vitamins and best diet for your eyes. I'm not going to get into it because there's a lot of great information there, and it's a pretty in-depth article. But what I would strongly suggest is take your multivitamins, eat some fish every now and then, and read that article. That article is a fantastic introduction to some of the health and lifestyle things you can do to keep your eyes healthy for the long run. And as you're aging and getting into your elder years, things you're going to want to make sure you keep doing. But if there's any common theme, it's eat a well balanced diet. Don't eat too much red meat. Make sure you take your vitamins and get some exercise. Right? If you can do those three things on a pretty regular basis, most likely you're going to be okay. So, short update this week. Thank you again, everyone, for taking the time to watch this. We really look forward to it. If you have any questions, always feel free to reach out to us on our website. You can also call me directly at 726-727-6581. Once again, 726-727-6581, or just shoot me an email at mdonahue, note the spelling of Donahue, mdonahue at mfplanners.com. Thanks again, everyone, and we'll see you all next week. Bye-bye.